Okay, thank you so much. So I thought of taking this Edu slot in Hindi today, but since Vinodji is not there, I'll skip it. So what I'll do, I'll share a story with you today. Okay. So there was this businessman who had a beach house, and he wanted to get his boat painted. Okay. Now, obviously, and he also knew that the boat had a small, hole in it, which he wanted to repair, but he thought that he will do it later. And he also thought that since the painter will come, he will tell the painter that, you fix that hole first and then you paint it, because it's not a very big hole, but it could be dangerous if it goes to the sea. So he called the painter, and the painter came, and but he told the painter to paint the boat, but he forgot to tell him that there is a hole in the boat, so please fix it. So he actually forgot to tell him that to fix it. So the painter started his job. As he was doing painting, he found that hole, and as he found that hole, what he did, he fixed that because he thought that is something which he's supposed to do. And since he fixed that, and he painted and done his job and took his money and went off. The next day, the businessman's kids took the boat to the sea for a sail. And when he came back to home from his morning work, he suddenly heard that his boys took the boat and for the sail, and he remembered, oh my God, the hole is not fixed in the boat. And he was super paranoid. Now what will happen? His kids will drown. And he was so tense, and he had nothing to do there. And he just was trying to run pillar for the post. He tried to get some lifeguards and tried to go to the sea and try to save. By the time he could manage whatever he could do, he saw that his kids were coming back. And he was so relieved. And he called the painter and rewarded him a lot of money, and saying that, you saved my boy's life today. So the painter said, what did I do? So he said, I was supposed to tell you to fix the hole in the boat, but I forgot to tell you. But since you fixed it without telling me, so thank you so much. Because when morning came and my kids took the boat to the sea, I was very, very tensed. So the painter was like reluctant and said, that's my job. I mean, why somebody needs to tell me? But still, he took the reward, and thank you so much. But anyway, this was my job, and I did it. Now, what do we learn from this short story? What do you think?
Giver's gain.
अपना काम पूरा करो.
Okay. Okay. Think about it. And let's say from a BNI perspective, how do we relate to our BNI
I
perspective?
think it's more of the ownership, taking the ownership of the.
Thank you so much, Jerry. Can I have a big round of applause for See, there are a lot of times, we have this thing in our mind that we wait for people to tell us to do things, which is not required always. There are certain things which we know we are supposed to do when we are in part of this platform to grow our business, to do whatever, to grow our chapter. But we always wait for some people to tell us, or we wait for some people to do something, then only we do. So we are primarily a passive person to see that अगर होगा तो हम करेंगे, अगर बोलेंगे तो हम करेंगे, नहीं तो चल रहा है ना. And then we complain about the culture that we build within ourselves. So that is very important for us to understand, that it is not about somebody telling you what to do and what not to do. You know what is supposed to be done. You do it, irrespective of what other people are doing or what other people are not doing. So we have to take ownership, we have to take accountability of our membership here. We are paying money. And that's what is expected out of each member who joins BNI. So my only request to this group who is present, and thank you so much for being present, because that's the first step that we do when we are part of a BNI family. Be present, show up. That's the first point, show up. And thank you so much for showing up, and the rest we can do and we can follow without saying, without telling, without cajoling, without forcing, because nobody can force anyone to do anything. We are all business owners. Thank you so much. That's all from me.
Thank you.